It's very early in the morning. I work at an international school 2 days a week teaching jewelry in Bangkok, Thailand. And every morning after my first class, I get on a motorcycle. I have about an hour and a half off. And I have to trust these guys to get me to another place because even though the school offers a free lunch, I can't eat that stuff. There's trans fats, and I have heart disease, and I'm walking around with 5 stents in my heart, and I can't eat carbohydrates, and I also have type 2 diabetes. So, and I expect to live to 102, so I gotta be very, very careful. And I know what you're saying. If you have to be very careful, why would you be on a motorcycle? Well, this is a very normal way to get around in Thailand, and this is how people, it doesn't cost a lot of money, and these guys are pretty good drivers, except they break absolutely all the laws. Here we are, and we're going to make a right, and we're going to cross the street of traffic and go on a bike path. Everything these guys do is absolutely illegal. But in Thailand, you know, with all the infrastructure, and I've always loved this country because it's so edgy, and you know, it's just the wild frontier sometimes here, and it's stimulating. In America, I was having such a great life. It was like one dental appointment. I was ready to fall asleep, and here I'm kept up, and I'm mindful, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's wonderful. So I'm going to this little low-key mall, and I'm actually riding on a bike path, which you're not allowed to ride on. You just saw a sign go by that said, you can't do this. And of course, the cops come in and they fine these motorcycle guys a large sum of money because these guys make almost nothing every day. So what does this great ride cost me? Well, in Thai money, this is 40 baht. And right now, 31 baht is about to the dollar. So this is a bit more than $1, this ride of 4 miles to get to this little mall. It's a really nice ride for me because it keeps me totally awake. And at the same time, I'm kind of relaxed. And it's nice to get away from the school. I like getting away from where you work. I think everybody should. And then come back and you're refreshed and all. So I'm going to this little mall. Now the mall is called The Walk, and it might be named after this whole system here because, now watch this. This guy's going to make a right across traffic between cars and get on the right side of the road for where he should be. And there are a few harrowing turns here that I hold my breath. But, you know, this is so stimulating for a 76-year-old man. It keeps you very much awake. Now, my mother would be turning over in her grave now and say, nice Jewish boys don't ride motorcycles. And you have always been somewhat of a mashugana, so I can understand what you're doing, but you're absolutely crazy. You won't eat certain foods, but you'll put your life on risk for about 10 minutes 2 days a week when you go to lunch. So try to make me understand that. I used to fight with my mother all the time. But I love this place, and I actually have 2 beautiful motorcycles of my own that I travel, not out on the major roads, because I've seen hundreds of people. I mean 100. In the 30 years that I've been here, I've seen 100 people die on a motorcycle. Right in front of me. I've never seen anybody die in America, but actually here I've seen many, many, many people die, and it took your heart away. So when I get there, I generally order a potato bagel, and I go downstairs to a supermarket, small supermarket called Maximum Value, and I buy a nice pack of smoked salmon. It's beautiful. And I bring it upstairs, and I put red onion on it, and romaine lettuce, and tomatoes, and on that potato bagel. And you have never tasted anything better. It's wonderful. And I don't have that all the time, but many times I go there. There's not a huge selection of restaurants that are open at 9:30 in the morning. That's when I'm taking my lunch. Now watch this right-hand turn. You just see that car turn in? He turns across the car path coming in, and these cars come in fast sometimes. So it's a little heroin there. You're a little bit out of. You're going to be very stimulated by this ride. I love it. I get there and I relax, and I have an hour and a half off for lunch. So this is the way I go to lunch 2 days a week, and I'm not the least bit shook. I ride motorcycles all the time. So, but I can hear my mother giving me a good smack in the back of the head and telling me, "You're 76 years old, you crazy man. What are you doing?" So at this next intersection, we're actually going to pull in to the little mall, and you'll get a chance to take a look at it. So as we make this right against traffic again and cut through these cars, we come around, and this is what I do 2 days a week, working in a Thai international school. And I'm so lucky to be working. And I'm so lucky to get there for $1.